What was brought out from that fabricated image excluded critical context that changed the underlying meaning and allegation.
What's on that piece of the information that she held up, it makes her people look bad.
Said that if that Hunter Biden laptop story
Have any arguments against that right now? And I want to see how it goes.
Ocasio-Cortez for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now, it has been repeated, and I would also like to repeat that the allegations being presented by the majority are extremely serious, and the prospect of impeachment is also a gravely serious matter, which has been echoed by our witnesses today.
Yes, it is a gravely serious matter, and it's necessary, especially when we're talking about the people that we're talking about, because this question right here is a real question. Is President Joe Biden complicit in illegal activity? All right. Is he or is he not? And from the looks of it, he is.
Right. And any serious impeachment investigation or inquiry relies on firsthand sworn testimony of witnesses to high crimes or misdemeanors. Today, the Republican majority has called in 3 witnesses to advance their case. Mr. Turley, I have a simple question for you. In your testimony today, are you presenting any firsthand witness account of crimes committed by the President of the United States?
No, I'm not.
No, you are not. Ms. O'Connor, you are the second.
Hey, don't be like that to AOC, guys. Let's try to be nice. Can we try to be nice? Like, try to be, all right? So, listen, act like you're in church, right? Act like you're in church. Just try to be nice. You ain't got to be sweet or over the top sweet to her or anything like that. Just because she's presenting her side. And we're going to talk about, we got to discuss both sides. That's just how this works. We got to. And then we're going to jump into something way juicier after this, because y'all see where I said we need to teach our daughters how to fight. Listen, that's important. So watch. Let's get to it.
A Republican witness here today. Have you, in your testimony, presented any firsthand witness account of crimes committed by the President of the United States?
I have not.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Dubinsky, as the third and final Republican witness in this hearing, have you, in your testimony, presented any firsthand witness account of crimes committed by the President of the United States?
I have not.
And Professor Gerhardt, given that you are the minority witness, I assume the same, correct?
I am not a fact witness, correct.
Thank you. And to clarify, 2 individuals presented today who do have firsthand accounts surrounding the progeny of these allegations are being blocked from testifying by the Republican majority. And I want to explain why this is important. Members of Congress, all of us in this hearing, are not under oath, as we are presently covered by the speech and debate clause. Isn't that correct, Professor Gerhardt?
That is correct.
And the speech and debate clause covers all statements by a member of Congress, whether they are factual or not. There are only 4 people in this room that are presently under oath in their testimony. And those are the 4 witnesses here today. Is that correct, Professor Gerhardt?
That is correct.
And so the direct testimony of the 4 individual witnesses here today are the bona fide words that this committee must use in order to proceed or substantiate an investigation. And I want to emphasize why that's important. Earlier today,
reason why that's important is because she needs to have first-hand witnesses. Bring a first-hand. Can you please bring a first-hand witness? Why? Because she knows how bad this is for Biden. She knows this is the worst thing for Biden right now. All right. And she need to find another angle is what she's trying to do. She's doing her job. Do y'all expect for her to do anything else? She's doing her job. She's trying to make it more difficult for Republicans to get their side out there, period. But let's flip this. If the information that's out there about the Bidens right now was on Trump, oh my God, they will bury him. Man, he'll be walking through the streets right now with chains on his arms and legs and every daggone thing. He probably have like one little steel balls connected to a chain and everything. They would, if they had the same information about Trump that they do right now about the Bidens, They will bury Trump. Bury him. He'll be done. Done. And they're so mad that it's not the case. They wish, they're pissed off that this information keep on coming out about the Bidens. But who's going to make it stick? Somebody need to make it stick. Who's going to make it stick?
One of our colleagues, a gentleman from Florida, presented up on this screen something that appeared to be a screenshot of a text message containing or insinuating an explosive allegation. That screenshot of what appeared to be a text message was a fabricated image. It was a fabricated image. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it was the staff of the committee, but it was not the actual direct screenshot from that phone.
She's saying that the information that Byron Donalds presented was fake. She's saying that it was mixed up so it can look like something that would implicate Joe Biden and Hunter in some some complicit, illicit doing.
And in fact, I would like to submit to the committee the actual full context from the Ziegler Affidavit number 1, Exhibit 402, of the full text of that exchange. Do I have permission from the chair? Importantly, what was brought out from that fabricated image excluded critical context that changed the underlying meaning and allegation that was presented up on that screen.
You know, she reminds me of. Have y'all ever seen the TV show called Better Call Saul? She reminds me of Jimmy. Don't she remind? She reminds me of Jimmy. Like in the fact that she's so dramatic with it all, and she's really trying to act it out. She knows what's right and what's wrong, but she's trying to play her own little games so that she can win. She knows she's behind the 8 ball. She knows that she's losing. She's in a losing battle. But she reminds me of Saul. That like if she don't, do she remind y'all of Jimmy? Have y'all ever seen the show? My sons put me on that show. They just now made me watch Breaking Bad. I went through the whole 5 seasons, and now I'm on Better Call Saul. And I don't know where I'm gonna go after this, but she reminds me of Jimmy, man. Jimmy, what's his last name? Jimmy, the God dang it, I know y'all know.
By this committee and by members of this committee. Now, they are well within their right to do that because they are covered by the speech and debate clause. This was not submitted by a material or fact witness under oath. That was not submitted by...
Guys, I apologize. I have to address this right here. Crying out in the wilderness. Much love to you. I have to read this. We're going to get back to it. It says, Van, your Instagram stories about creating content have inspired me to go through with making my own channel on YouTube and Rumble. I just started posting this week. Thank you. You know what? Crying out in the wilderness. Much love to you. I wish you great success. And you know what? I appreciate you following suit on this because everybody should have a platform. You all that got a voice, you all have a voice right now. Every single last one of you have a voice, and it should be heard. This is y'all way of fighting back. All right. Right now, the left, they fight, and they fight dirty sometimes too. All right. Flawed TV was just now on the Glenn Beck show. Flawed TV, a reaction channel. This dude was just now on the Glenn Beck show. Well, to be honest, he's been on a lot of people's shows. He's probably been on there a few times. Shout out to Flawed TV. They are running their business properly. You know what I mean? They are doing their thing. But keep on doing your thing. All right, let's get back to AOC.
Material or fact witness under oath. The impeachment inquiry, any impeachment inquiry, regardless of party, is an extremely serious matter. Professor Gerhardt, in the impeachment inquiry into President Clinton, were there key fact witnesses that were presented during those proceedings?
They were not in the House.
Mm-hmm. In the Senate, were there any?
There were.
There were in the Senate. Now, in the impeachment, in the impeachment investigations with respect to President Trump, were there key material fact witnesses in the House?
Yes, ma'am.
There were. Are there any key material fact witnesses here today?
No, ma'am.
None.
Yeah, she's just gonna hammer on that point. That same point. She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. Byron Donalds, he presented way more evidence than the one bit of piece of paper that she pointed out. But guess what? Over on MSNBC, they are loving this right here because they have it painted out. And I looked inside the comment section too. On that video that she's on MSNBC, doing the same thing. They're talking about the same exact thing. They got her destroying Byron Donalds. They said, "Oh, he's shifting around in his chair. He don't know how to move. He know that he's been caught." And yeah, so Byron Donalds is now being painted as a liar when we all know that AOC. Okay, let me go ahead and continue.
And so we are wasting our time. When we talk about a threshold of an impeachment inquiry, was there a House floor vote that had a majority of members of Congress that opened an impeachment inquiry into President Clinton?
There was.
There was. Was there a full House floor vote opening an impeachment inquiry into President Trump?
In 2019.
Is there one here for this one?
Not for this one.
There is not one here for this one. This is an embarrassment.
All right, so, okay. Davon, shout out to Davon, man. You know, he's the troublemaker of YouTube. That's what Davon is. Davon is the troublemaker of YouTube and Instagram. He's on my Instagram making trouble inside of Instagram too, and on X. The dude is just a troublemaker, all right? But here's what he's saying. She's saying, AOC is saying, that the actual image of the screenshot is not real. The screenshot itself is fabricated, but the text is out of context. All right, so what I'm saying to you, Davon, first of all, you don't know what you're talking about. All right, first of all. But what she's also missing, where the point that she's missing is he took the entirety of the screenshot and he made it palatable for everybody to be able to consume. So he did it in a way that you could be able to understand exactly what's going on. She said, here's the actual screenshot, and the rest of this is context. You know what she didn't do? What she didn't do was repeat exactly what's on the screenshot. Why didn't she repeat what's on the screenshot? Because what's on that piece of that information that she held up, it makes her people look bad. She would not repeat it. She wouldn't read it. None of that. She just wants to dismiss it so that people not pay attention to what he just now delivered. That's why I say you're a troublemaker and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And you need to quit the internet. Davon need to quit the internet.
An embarrassment to the time and people of this country. And I would ask that the chair and I would ask that this committee elevate to the promise of our duties here and comport ourselves with the consistency and practice that is required of our seats and our duty and our oath to our.
She don't even know how to end what the hell she's talking about. She's really trying to say something like she wants to go out with a bang. Like she really want to go out with a bang. I want to play this one more time, just this little ending. Her little ending. Like this right here is her really slamming the door, like saying what she got to say. Remember when we used to have to hang up on people, like really smash the phone down when we had something to say. And another thing, your mama stank. Crash. Like crap. We just hang that joint up. She's trying to go out with a bang and she don't even know what the hell she's talking about.
That is required of our seats and our duty and our oath to our responsibilities here. And with that, I yield back. Thank you.
Of course you yield back because you ain't say nothing. Just like Davon don't be saying nothing.